Are you always chasing time, running after time because you don't have time to do the things that move the needle forward the most in your life, or your business, or your health? Or are you always working hard all the time, and even if you hate what you do, you're using discipline and willpower to push through until one fine day you run out of discipline and willpower, boom, and you give up and you walk away? If so, this is the video for you. Hang on. Hey guys, my name's Yahya, founder and creator of Record Breaker, where I help you shatter past your highest revenue record months in the shortest amount of time. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you a transformative thinking model that I use with every single client to get them to 10x, 16x their income. Hang on for the ride. So before we start, story time. And let's talk about, and we're going to name this person Amanda. Let's talk about Amanda. Amanda could be you. Amanda could be your client. Amanda could be somebody you're friends with. Amanda could be somebody you're married to. Amanda has a lot of things to do in her life. She wants to achieve a lot. She was never given an opportunity. She knows she has it in her to shine, to make her business do very well. But Amanda just doesn't have time. And she keeps putting things off until she has the time. So let's say she wants to lose weight, but she doesn't have time to lose weight. So she's waiting for the right time. Maybe when she takes a leave from her job, maybe when she goes on vacation or holiday somewhere, maybe when things settle down a little bit with her kids, so that she has time, so that she can use that time to lose weight. Alternatively, maybe Amanda wants to run a business and Amanda is waiting for the right time because right now she's working her job and she doesn't have time. So Amanda is always waiting for things to magically change, and then one fine day she'll have time. This is a train of thought that is often found in, let's say, victims, for lack of a better word. They're looking for things externally, they're looking for outside things to align so that they can then do things in their lives. So they look around them and they reference all the people who are, basically shooting by them and moving on with their lives. And they're like, yes, this person is successful because this person has more money than me and therefore they did it. So they're looking for all sorts of reasons as to why they're unable to move on with their life. So Amanda worked on a model known as the have, do, be. Once I have the time, the money, the health, then I will do what I've always wanted to do so that I can be happy, so that I can be rich, so that I can be fit. Now, inherently, what's wrong with this model is it's a distortion of reality. The way Amanda thinks is not realistic at all. It's a fantasy where people are delaying whatever they need to do due to subconscious reasons, but they don't want to face them or they're not even aware of them. But they're logically telling themselves that it's not the right time, this is not the right resource, this is not the right situation, this is not the right person, this is not the right insert whatever excuse the mind throws at you. And essentially they see people shooting past them, becoming successful in whatever endeavor they set out to do, whether it's building a business, starting a family, losing weight, kicking an addiction, starting a habit, whatever. And this model just basically continues to fail them again and again, and it makes them feel bad. Now, maybe some of you know people like this. Maybe some of you think like this. What I want you to know is that the have, do, be model is completely unsuccessful. It does not work. It only makes you feel bad. Now let's talk about another person. Let's call this person Frank. Frank is a hard-working doer. Let's call him the worker. Frank's model is I'm going to do, even if I hate doing it, to have what I would like to have, to then be happy. Now, Frank's model is better, much better than Amanda's model. The worker's model, the workhorse's model, is far better than the victim's model. Most of the people I work with in Record Breaker are like that. I used to be like that for the longest time. We work hard and we achieve lots of things in life, but we're never truly happy. We're always pushing ourselves, and essentially we get trapped in this loop of pushing hard, either burning out or achieving something and then pushing for the next thing. It never truly stops. This model is broken because it usually leads to burnout, to depression, and for most people, it leads to just giving up. One fine day when things aren't going well, maybe you've used your motivation in other places, maybe you've been working hard, burning the midnight oil, and you're running short on motivation or discipline. Maybe you're sick, maybe you're tired, maybe you just had a breakup, maybe you just had a loss in business, and that's the final straw that broke the camel's back. And Frank gives up. Frank says, screw it, I'm done, I don't want to do this. And Frank takes off for 3 months or 3 years. He shuts down the business, goes off into the mountains because he's sick of life, right? I've been there, I've done that. I know a lot of people who've done that. And so this is not a good model because it's not sustainable. And on the same note, you're building inherent hatred towards what you're doing. And the story could be anything. The story could be, I hate working out, but I'm working out because I want to be buff. I'm working hard with my business, I hate all of this, but it's going to allow me financial freedom and then I'll be happy. But the fact is, boys and girls, there is no correlation between doing more, having more, and being happy. Just because you have more, you're not happy all of a sudden. If that were true, all celebrities across the world, all rich people across the world would inherently be happy, but they're not. So if there was any correlation between having more and being happier, none of this would happen. So it's a flawed model of thinking and doing. Now let's talk about the third model. This is the be, do, have model of living your life, of approaching your business, of building wealth and becoming successful. And what the model simply dictates is you be happy now. You do what you need to do to have what you would like to have. So you be happy now and you put in the work in your business with a happy state to have the money and the financial freedom and whatever it is you're searching for. What is important with this model is it tells you and it forces you to embody the person who's already won. You're not telling yourself a fantasy story that I'm going to feel like crap, I'm not going to respect myself, I'm going to hold myself to a lower standard until I achieve something in life, and then I will all of a sudden level up, and then all of a sudden people will respect me and I'll have money and things will magically change. No, it doesn't work like that. You change first. This is the number one thing I teach people in Record Breaker. And quite frankly, if you take care of being and doing, the having will take care of itself. Now, I'm going to give you a little exercise. I'm going to teach you how you can diagnose which one of these three types of people you are. Most people I work with are type 2, they're Frank, and I switch them to type 3. If you're an Amanda, if you're a Frank, if you're a victim, if you're a worker, this will help you diagnose yourself. So ask yourself these questions. How do you tend to get in your way? What this question means is how do you tend to sabotage yourself? What are the excuses you tend to tell yourself? So on and so forth. Next question. What if the problem is not with your business strategy? It's not with the tools, the tactics, the frameworks that you use, but the problem is instead in your ability to be the person that applies them consistently. Think about that. Next question. What if your business model is absolutely solid? What if other people have used this business model and they've been very successful, but your ability to show up and deliver is the thing that's actually compromised? Next question, could it be that it's your internal game that's impacting your external results the most? And finally, have you ever contemplated the fact that your limiting beliefs, your insecurities, your fears, your lack of confidence in yourself are actually the things that are stopping you and preventing you from showing up as the person you need to be? If you answered yes to most of these questions, you're either an Amanda or a Frank. And here's what you can do about it. If you're an Amanda, if you're a victim, you need to start taking charge of your life. You need to understand that there will never be the perfect time. There will never be the right amount of support. There will never be ideal things. You live in a real world. When I work with people, I tell them, look, you live in the real world. We're not going to all of a sudden stop your business to audit it and to analyze it, and then we'll restart 3 months later. No, you do what needs to be done right now with the way things are. So let's say if you're alone or if you're in an environment that doesn't serve you, don't wait for the environment to change so that you can wait. No, you start the way you are. Because if you start the way you are, where you don't have time, you don't have money, you don't have resources, you don't have support for the rest of your life, when you have these things, you're going to do well. But for the rest of your life, you will be fine because it won't get worse than that. Similarly, if you're a Frank, if you're a workhorse, what you need to do and what you need to understand is that you can make the journey far more tolerable, far more enjoyable, far more productive, and a lot more faster if you just focused on enjoying what you do and stop telling yourself the story that I will not give myself a permission slip to be happy until I achieve. No, you're a natural achiever. You're going to achieve anyway. You might as well enjoy the journey because you only get to go through it once. For your own sake, you need to learn to enjoy the journey, because if you don't enjoy it and when things get rough, you will be severely tempted to give up. And if you're not tempted to give up, you will burn yourself out. This is me wishing you guys the best. I hope this made sense to you. I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.